Sweet. Okay, so thank you for coming to our workshop. I'm Tim. My lead packer alias is Guybrush. Whichever you
Hello,
like.
Tim.
So, okay, so I've been in the. We got music here. There's some music down there. Okay, so I'm a demo singer. I'm in the Northern Dragons group from 2004 to very recently. We made a whole bunch of demos, went all over the place and won a bunch of competitions. So we've done that. I have made one of those media player vizzes that like 1 or 2 million people downloaded, which is pretty cool. I think they're cool. I've done live visuals performance for the Database Chiptunes tour and one other friend, and I work at Microsoft in the WPF graphics group, so I'm the enemy. I've got my business cards actually.
Also the enemy.
Great. So, so you're from Microsoft too? Ah, sweet.
Server, not quite as sexy.
Okay, I'm in dev right now. So, and then I know almost all of you right now, and now I know that you're in server. So, and then you in the back. I just need to know, like, is everyone, like, you know, comfortable and fluent coding and C and Java and stuff? Okay, so does anyone have any graphics design experience? Yeah, mine is way down here. So, okay, so great. So we're just going to focus on the code and everything, and then we're just going to go crazy. So, great, so we can just move on. Okay, so this is the spectrum here. This is actually really, I should have redone this. The spectrum, oh yeah, I got to use the laser because it's obnoxious. So what we're looking at here is music visualization and performance. So it's synesthesia and you know, a live act put together. So when VJs do, you know, visuals for music, they commonly have like a whole bunch of looping video and stuff, and they really sneer at people who are just Winamp VJs. They say, where, you know, in the mid-90s, people just put Winamp vizzes up and they just did that for their whole set, and it was neat at the beginning, and then it was really repetitive. So this is not just Winamp, but it's not just the live performance, and that's what I'd like to get people doing. So there's a whole spectrum of this kind of stuff. If you think of interactivity, or rather performance, and synesthesia as being two axes, there's DVDs, which are neither performance nor synesthesia. And then there's this way over on the other end of that. And then at the other axis, you've got VJs. Okay, so this is going to be the format of the rest of the 4 or 5 hours we're going to look at. It'll be 20 minutes of me talking about the theory and explaining what things are and introduce new concepts. 10 minutes where I will walk through the code examples that are in processing. We're going to get everyone to install processing and run that. And then the half hour at the end of each hour is going to be hacking. And this is where you're going to play around with stuff and break things and change them and learn and, you know, make new stuff and then show off a whole bunch of crazy new stuff to me that I haven't seen before. And this is what I'm going to get out of it. And then I can walk around and help people with any problems they have at all. And we've got some reference books here. I've got the 2 processing books that are any good. The rest are crap. The one by the processing guys, the visualizing data thing, as well as digital diagrams book, which is just cute to look at. Okay, and then this is going to be the whole format of the day. The first hour is just going to be set up and install and me introducing everything. Then the next hour is going to be visualizing sound, because that'll be how the FFT works, what synesthesia is, and how you can automate that. Then we're going to have the laser, we should use it. Then we're going to have the rock band part of the thing, where we talk about how to hit a key and make something cool happen, like a white flash. And then all the different things you can do with that. The 4th hour will be different, well, 3D and different sort of input devices, because it's fun to use the keyboard, but it's way more fun to use a drum pad or something with a bunch of little twiddly knobs on it, because these are just the best possible thing for tuning any kind of parameters. And then the last hour I'll just leave open to whatever people, if there's something you want me to talk about more, then I can go into more detail with that, and I can show off more code, and you can dig through some really meaty stuff. Like 3D is its own little world, so it takes a while to get into any depth in that. Okay, so everyone's got, so everyone with a laptop probably has a microphone on it. So you can use the examples that use the mic. If you've got an MP3 player and you have a cable that's headphone, like a male headphone end on both sides, then you can do what is hopefully the best thing and hook that in, but it's totally not necessary. Whatever microphone you use here in the examples today, processing is going to treat that exactly the same as whatever you would use in the future. So you don't have to worry too much about sound input, and your laptop will probably pick up sound very well. I know mine does. So, so as long as everyone has a mic who has laptops, then you can just use that. There's an MP3 playback example, but I don't think any of us need to bother with that, so you can just use the mic ones. Okay, well everyone's pretty much got the same hardware, so we don't need to worry too much about this. Does anybody have a ton of experience in processing, other than me? No? Okay.
Arduino stuff. Kind of translates.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Okay, so this is the only time I'm going to read the slides. I'm not a slide reader. Okay, so first thing we need to do is get processing installed and the workshop content running on everyone's machines. I don't think this is going to be a problem. Because it works on Mac, Win, and Linux. And I tested this stuff out on Ubuntu on this laptop and on my Mac laptop, which is a wimpier version of those. So this will work. So I've got maybe I don't have the USB stick. I can run and get that if I need to. Or you can go to my website. Apparently this is possible.com/processing. Is everyone on the network? Great. Okay, so head to apparentlythisispossible.com/processing. And there's going to be 3 things you need to grab from there. The goal is to get the mic input examples working. So here's what we're going to do. You go there, run the processing installer first, and then, so this is basically the bit where everyone is just going to do this stuff. So that's the end of the theory part for this hour, and now it's just a process of just getting all the bits onto people's machines and making sure it all works and debugging all of that. So there's not really any code for me to walk through. So yeah, that's the end of the first bit of theory.